Hi, Gemini. I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for December 2019. This month I'm using the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings. And to get messages specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Ascendant, and Gemini Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, you may want to watch your cusp sign, because I've received private emails and messages and comments under some of the videos that they found that people are finding that some of their messages for the past few months are actually coming to them from their cusp sign. So that may also apply to you, so you might want to check that out. So all that being said, Gemini, now onto your December 2019 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have could be you, and your next card too could be you. You have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is an air sign person. This is either a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This card could also symbolize a messenger coming in, bringing you a message of truth and wisdom and knowledge, or untruth. Could be somebody untruthful. This could also be a child to you or a young person in your life. It could also pertain to an adult that is either immature or young at heart. I feel like there's going to be some things you're going to be looking at that you're like, things are unraveling. And what do you make of it? Like, how do I feel about this? Some situation in front of you is unraveling. Some of you may have to, there may be like multiple repairs of things that you have to do. Like maybe your hot water heater isn't going to work, and then you find out your heating isn't working, or your, I don't know, your alternator in your car isn't working right, or I don't know, something else breaks. I don't know, but I get like repairs, one thing after another for some of you Geminis. You may also, I don't want to say anything negative here, but I'm going to be honest with you. You could have experiences, my guides are saying, where people could be suddenly criticizing you or looking down their nose at you, or you could be doing it outwardly. That could be coming at you or away from you. Either way, that's one of those messages. Sometimes in my readings, general readings, it could be a message that could go either direction, and that one could have gone at you or coming from you. And you may feel like there's certain things that you don't want broadcasted out there to the public. You may feel like embarrassed or ashamed of something you don't want people to know. If there's any big announcements or changes that you're planning on implementing, or if a place of employment or something that could be happening in your family, I feel you may retreat into some kind of protective shell, and like either you're going to be nursing your wounds of like hurt and pain or embarrassment or judgment, or you're going to be in that protective shell strategizing or thinking how you want to announce something or tell people upsetting news or things that are going on. You may be like, I'm not talking to anybody for a little while because I got to go into, and when I say in your protective shell, that could be your home, but it could also be the protective shell of like, I'm not going to talk to anybody for a couple of weeks or a week. I'm just going to keep my head down and do what I'm doing at work or do what I have to do, but I'm not going to, like, there's some internalizing going on here for Geminis. And you may feel like you're not getting treated fairly in a situation. It could be at work. Maybe you feel like they're giving me the short end of the stick. Why do I get the crappy jobs? Or why are other people getting raises and promotions and I'm not getting them? Or they're piling up too much work on you, or you're getting some kind of like disrespect from people that you work with, where you feel like you're not getting taken seriously, or you're getting some kind of disrespect. This could also all be going on in a family situation. All those words I just said right there could also apply to family. So the next card you have here, Gemini, is the Queen of Swords, and this could be you. This is an air sign person, maybe a female. This would either be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign. So you may just be showing up here double in your reading for December. You may feel like there's things you have to sort out, because I hear the words instigation and provocation. So I feel like you're being provoked and instigated, or you're doing it to someone else. And I do feel like you're going to be saying, like holding up the sword of righteousness and saying, this is what I believe in. These are my beliefs. This is my position on things. This is where I stand. This is what I believe in. So I do feel like you're going to have an element of, I want to say protecting yourself, but it's more like defending your position, defending your feelings, your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions. Is also indicated here in December with this Queen of Swords. And I feel like some of you Geminis are going to be like, I've put up with enough crap from everybody. Now they're going to listen to what I have to say. So you may be feeling like, yeah, I tolerated this and I've tolerated that, and you've provoked me this way and instigated me that way. And you didn't, you talked smack about me here, or you did this or that there. And now you're going to be like, oh yeah, well, here's my stance on it. And I'm not going to put up with like crapola nonsense. That's what I get. You could have some problems in December with aches and pains in your knees, ankles, or joints, but especially elbows and knees could kick up for you. And I feel like there's some indication here, Gemini, that you need to think about changing a course of direction that you're on. Could be like to get a new job, a different kind of career, or change something about your business or your career. There's something about the energy here for you that feels to me like you've been held back or hemmed in or trapped or stuck a little bit. And it's like, whatever area that applies to for you, that's the area where you need to go, okay, I got to get out of this trapped and stuck energy, and I need to shift and change and get out of it. And I just realized you have 8 of Swords here later on your reading, which does indicate that. But we're not there yet, but they're already talking about it. So I actually feel for you, the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords is you. Now, the next card you have here is the 6 of Swords, and this is moving. You could be moving residence. This could be long distance travel. It could be moving from troubled shores to better shores. It could be indicating you're going to commute for work or think of relocating for a job. Yeah, I feel like there's big changes that are going to occur for you in December and January that is somehow going to change the direction that you're going in. You know, and I do feel like you may talk to some other people, psychics or astrologers or really close friends or family for advice. But I feel like you're going to do what you want in the end anyway, regardless of whether their advice jives and opinions jive with what you want to do or not. I feel ultimately you're not going to necessarily listen to them, or maybe you're listening to some and not others. But it's really like you're going to do what you want. And it's kind of like time for you to get out of some kind of emotional funk that maybe you've been in, or if you feel like you've been too wrapped up in yourself. And I don't mean like wrapped up in yourself like you don't care about anybody else. I mean maybe too wrapped up mentally or emotionally about how you feel about how things are going on, or feeling stuck, or feeling victimized, or feeling stuck in a box, or these feelings that were coming up in the first 2 cards. It's like it's causing you to focus on yourself a lot, which isn't a bad thing. But my guides are saying it's almost like time now you need to like move out of that energy, because it's not getting you anywhere. That energy of that. It's just like a vicious cycle, like a hamster running on the wheel. Run around. So a lot of this is mental and emotional that I'm talking about there. Some of you are going to go somewhere at a distance. And I do feel that some of you, this is to visit someone. This could be going to visit a friend or a relative, but I pick up going to a distance for a visit. I don't feel that this is moving. I don't. For some of you, it could be, because it is a general reading after all, Gemini, like I always say, and not all Geminis have the same birth chart. So the reasons and what house in your astrological chart is being affected by the eclipses coming up in December and in January and other planetary things, it's going to make this Six of Swords apply to different areas for different Geminis. And I do feel that you're going to be listening really carefully to what people are saying, either about you or like having your finger on the pulse of what's going on out in the world, what's trending, what's hot, what's new opportunities that could come up or open, or new avenues you could pursue. There's a lot of listening you're going to be doing in December. The next card you have is Nine of Rods. This is being prepared and ready for battle. It can also be getting things organized, getting your ducks in a row to do something. This card can also indicate being suspicious of someone or something. I feel like there is going to be something that you're going to feel under pressure and feeling like I need to hurry up and get this done, or having pressure like having to complete something and feeling like the pressure of like feeling like you're running out of time or like a deadline. And like I just hear Geminis thinking, how am I ever going to get all this done in time? That energy comes up here. I also feel that some of you, either in a work situation or in a family situation, are going to start to postulate and express what steps you believe that either the business or your family need to take to get goals and certain goals achieved. So it's like you're going to be saying, this is the plan I think that needs to be executed. These are the steps I feel that need to be taken. This is the reasons why I believe this is how would be the best course of action and how things are going to work. So I feel like you're going to be, and it could feel like a battle to you, because maybe you're going to have people that are going to be not seeing things the same way you do, or giving you some kind of opposition. So for some of you, it could feel like a battle. It may actually cause you to have some migraine headaches or headaches. And I feel like this, it's just plain and simple, the tension of the tension and the stress of having to tell people your views and how these goals should be achieved and stating your case or claim. And some people giving you like the energy of not being on board or not on the same page as your ideas. But you're going to really hold on very firm and tight to what you believe and how you see things should roll. I don't see your mind getting changed. I don't. I feel, because you know what? I feel like you have like some strong ideals, beliefs, and principles that you feel need to be met and upheld. So I don't see you backing off of your position. So next card you have here, and this came up, makes sense with the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords. Here it is. You've got Eight of Swords. And Eight of Swords is feeling trapped and bound to It can be like feeling trapped or imprisoned. It could be in an emotional prison. You could feel like you're in an emotional prison, or you could be in a situation where you feel trapped. Some of you may feel like you can't get anywhere and you would like to or will be leaving an unhealthy relationship for some of you. And or a job. Because I feel like you suspect that there's been people challenging you behind your back, or they've been doing it to your face. Could be both. And you've learned a lot about people from their responses to you about what you say in December. So if you were ever like on the fence of anybody, or you were like, oh, I think I figured them out, I know what they're all about, but then you make your claims or statements or give solutions or how you think things should run, and based on your principles and your beliefs and your ideals, and then you see what crap they say to it or challenge you, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I totally get what you're all about now. If you had any doubts about anybody, you're going to know. The blinders are, even though the woman has the blinders on, the blindfold on, your blinders are going to come off. So if I let the cards flip upside down, perhaps this card would have reversed, but my guides are going to tell me what they mean upside down or right side up. Either way, I can get the message. And you're going to feel this like pressure and emphasis of people being exhausting to you. And this may have already been going on. This maybe isn't just starting in December. This may be in some situation that's been going on for a couple of months, and it's going to go on in December, continuing on. And if you don't leave or change what you're doing and get out of a situation, there is an element of you going to institute something or do something that changes the dynamics of something. So if you feel like you can't leave a situation, whether it be a family situation, a marriage, or a job, you will, and you're like, no, I'm trapped. I can't, I have mortgage to pay. I can't quit my job. I have too many bills. I can't just, do this or that. Or, no, I can't leave my significant other for whatever reasons. You will find a way to change the dynamics of something going on. Even if you're forced to stay in a position, you're going to, through actions you take and words you're going to say and decisions you're going to make, you will change the dynamics of a situation. This is like a time of releasing and purging. I've heard, I don't know whether astrologers call it this. I think it's an astrological aspect called the dark night of the soul. I believe that is something that happens in astrology, and astrologers call it that. I almost feel like this is kind of like your dark night of the soul, because there's a lot of purging that has to go on here. This is, you may think, where are the predictions in this reading? There really are a lot. And your stuff is very internal, and it's also external by what you're going to say or do. And it's really you're really being affected and influenced by other people and their decisions or non-decisions and their actions or inactions and their words and things that they've been saying or doing behind the scenes. And for some of it, it's been about you. For some of you, it's been about you. So let's look into the crystal. I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that there. I am going to do a crystal reading for you guys, but I'm going to pull a gemstone crystal for you from my bag of gems. And I'm sorry, I apologize. I was not able to do this last month. I had some health issues that came up, and I had to travel to do with those health issues and some other things going on. So I barely got the November readings out as it was. So I had to cut somewhere. And so the crystal part of the reading, I just did not have time to do. So I'm going to do it now for December. Let's see what is the best gemstone crystal for Gemini to use and work with or wear in the month of December 2019. What's the best gemstone for Gemini, spirit guides? Give me the best gemstone for Gemini for December 2019. Gemini, December 2019. Gemini, December 2019. Oh, you got clear quartz. So you got clear quartz, clear quartz. My guides are telling me this is like a really enlightening time of life for you right now. And it's like you're going to see past everything and everyone's bullshit or any crap that's going on. You're going to really have, like, you know, crystals are, they're like a computer brain. And they hold quartz crystal holds information in the universe, the past, the present, the future, the Akashic records, they're all contained in the crystal, in my belief. And I get this is a very powerful stone for you because, especially based on what came up in your reading in the cards, you are going to need to really have strong insight, not only into people and their agendas, but into your own self and how you feel and what's going to happen in the future. So this crystal makes a lot of sense to me that that's what you got. And it's going to help you get really clear about not being the brunt bearer of everything that's going wrong and other people's burdens. Because I feel like you may have some energy that's going to come at you where you're going to feel like people are heaping stuff on you or dumping things on you or blaming you or stuff you're going to have to deal with. And this is going to help you not allow that to happen. It's also going to be a stone that will be helpful to you to really hold your attention and your focus. And based on the things that came up for you this month, that totally makes sense to me. So you can wear these gemstones, like you can buy them on eBay or maybe Amazon, I don't know, but people sell many gemstone bracelets now, pendants, crystals. You can carry loose ones like this, sleep with it under your pillow, put it in your bra, wear it, sleep with it, whatever. It's going to help you. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for that. And please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to get notified when I upload my videos to YouTube, please hit that notification bell, and that way you'll get notified when I upload my videos to YouTube. And if you would like to get some additional psychic predictions and messages from the special videos I record, I've done 2 different series for the eclipses that are coming up. One is in December, the other is in January. The first video series is the solar eclipse in Capricorn, December 26, 2019, psychic tarot and crystal reading for each sign of the zodiac. The other series is the full moon lunar eclipse, January 10th, 2020, psychic tarot and crystal reading. Both of those are going to tell you how those eclipses, each individual eclipses are going to affect you, what the energies are going to bring into your sign. It's also going to tell you what beginnings and endings are happening and what changes could be occurring, because that's what eclipses bring: beginnings, endings, and changes. And you certainly had indication of that in this reading. Maybe, I don't want to say more so than other signs, but in a quite interesting way. So, and also don't forget, if you want to get your psychic crystal reading for December 2019, Gemini, where I look into my crystal and give you a continuation of this reading and give you messages and predictions from my spirit guides about what you can expect in December and maybe even a little bit into January, you can access those videos for download and purchase. And all these videos are below this video. The links are below in the description box, in the show more section below this video. And you can always go to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, go to the videos tab on my menu, and all my video series are there. You read the descriptions, pick out what one you're interested in, click on your sign, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. And if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here on YouTube, you can follow me on my social media pages, The Lucky Mermaid LLC, The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC, and my Instagram account, The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel. I post psychic tarot readings there, psychic crystal readings, psychic oracle card readings, and the timing on those are not just for the day I do the reading. The timing on those can be for, a couple weeks out, a couple months out. It's going to be different, and a lot of people do find they resonate with those messages, and so you may find that those messages resonate for you as well. So I hope you decide to check those out. I wish you an absolutely awesome month of December, Gemini, and Merry Christmas, and happy holidays, and a happy holiday season. And whatever holidays you celebrate at this time, I wish you all the happiness and blessings possible. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.